morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday, July 2nd. Happy July, everybody. We are definitely in summer now. Weather here, we're still having the gloomy morning stuff. Which I don't mind because it makes it stay cooler longer. But then our temps are going up to the high 80s. So yeah, we're pretty much in the summer mode. And it's okay. I mean, it's nice to have hot weather, but it's not nice when it's not nice at night. It's not nice when you're in a car with no air conditioning. So yeah, not my favorite. It would be okay if it didn't get so like hot in the afternoons in my apartment, but especially on the weekends when that's when I want to take a nap and I get all sweaty but anyway, I digress. Today is a holiday weekend here in the US. It's Independence Day, 4th of July on Tuesday, and like a lot of people, I convinced or told my boss that we were going to be closed on Monday too, because yeah, I didn't want to go in for one stupid day and then have a one-day holiday. I wanted a 4-day weekend. So yay, I'm on the second day of a 4-day weekend, and you know, I so wish I could have a 4-day weekend every week. Just working 3 days a week, you know, like 3-day blinds, 3-day, you know, Karla working would be perfect to have a 4-day weekend every week. Honestly, I feel like I could probably get my work done. I could do everything that needed to be done in the 3 days, and having a 4-day weekend would make me a much more relaxed person, and I would be able to get a lot more stuff done in my non-work life, if that were the case. But it's not, alas. So yeah, I feel like my big plans basically this weekend are to relax, get some chores done around my apartment, and get a lot of crafty stuff done, and you know, just enjoy myself that way. I don't have any like plans to go out, you know, no 4th of July parties or anything like that, which I was invited by a friend very kindly to go down to Huntington Beach on Tuesday. You know, I was like, no, because honestly, maybe I would have considered it if like the holiday was like Monday and then there was a day after that, but really having the holiday on the last day, I don't want to drive someplace and then have to drive home and then just, you knowing I have to go to work the next day. It's actually better just to have the 4 days of relaxing and, you know, maybe talk to people on the phone or whatever. I do have a pet who is not thrilled when people are putting off really loud fireworks. He doesn't totally freak out, but I was in the bathroom the other day, or yesterday actually, and of course he was in there with me because he's a cat and I can't go into the bathroom without him. And somebody set off an illegal firework like right in the parking lot that's right outside our window, the bathroom window, and he just like, he looked at me and he was like, and I was like, it's okay, Becky, it's okay. And I mean, he was kind of taking his cue from me that I wasn't freaking out, so he decided to not completely freak out, but he was like, you know, I'm not gonna stay in this bathroom. And so he went to one of his safe spots. His safe spots around the apartment change, you know, because he's a cat and they only have a safe spot that they use for about 3 days, and then they find another one, and then they may go back to that first one, but you know, cats are weird. What can I say? So yeah, so you know, I don't have any like specific plans. I got a few like summer holiday type, like I got a bag of potato chips and some onion dip so that I can have that over the weekend, and I got a mini watermelon which I spent some time yesterday cutting up. And I do have, this is a weird tip, this is a weird thing, but you know, I tend to sometimes like weird stuff. If you get a watermelon, you know, cut your watermelon up, cut the pink, beautiful watermelon slices, put them in the fridge. Don't throw away the rinds, because they make the best crunchy salad. So basically what I do is I take the rinds and I take a vegetable peeler and I peel off the hard actual green part, right? And then you're left with the white with maybe a little bit of pink attached to it still. And you cut that up into little, I cut it up into little chunks. And then you splash a little soy sauce and seasoned rice vinegar on it. Or you can make, you know, if you don't have seasoned rice vinegar, you can use rice vinegar with some sugar. It's really good with like a little, which I didn't have, a dash of sesame oil and some sesame seeds. But even without that, just the soy sauce and seasoned rice vinegar on the white part of the watermelon is such a delicious salad. And I think I almost enjoy it more than the watermelon itself. But it actually is a really, really, really tasty treat. So let me know if you try it or if you've had that before and what you think. I think it's like a Japanese like quick pickle salad that is something that they do regularly anyway. But yeah, it's good. It really is. Okay, last week we had our Zoom, which was totally fun. I don't have anything set up for next week yet, or for the next Zoom yet, so just keep an eye out. As soon as I set a date, I'll put it in the description box. I'm only hesitating because I know coming up, eventually my brother's going to want to reset up doing our online or our D&D games, which are going to have to be over Zoom now. And I just don't, I want, you know, he hasn't set any kind of schedule yet, and I don't want to have to change things or, you know, whatever. So I'm kind of waiting to take my cue from him. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, I know he's not home this weekend because Reagan is at her cheer camp, the first time she's done like a sleepaway thing, and they needed extra chaperones for the boys, and my brother was off work, so he got volunteered to do that. So Reagan's away from home for the first time, but actually her dad's there, so it's not, I guess, as scary. So anyway, after this weekend, then I can contact him and figure out what's going on. So let's get into the crafty stuff. This may not be a really long video, which is fine. I actually have a little bit of a sore throat today, not really bad, just kind of on the edge, and I want to make sure that I can get that gone. I think it's actually more like a postnasal drip kind of thing. So I think it's more like allergies or something, you know, from having probably the air conditioning blowing on me all night, but I can't sleep without that. So I want to be done and just, you know, relax. I don't have any crocheting to show you this week, which is surprising. I don't know why I didn't pull it out. I was sporadic in my crafting this week. It's like when I did do it, I did a lot, and then I had a couple nights where I just didn't feel like it, and so it was kind of weird. Last night, I have to say, I didn't do any stitching last night because I decided to watch a movie. Not that I don't watch movies all the time, but honestly, usually I watch movies that I've seen before. And so they don't take my attention. But last night I decided to watch a movie that I actually really wanted to see when it came out in the theaters, and I never saw it. It was the new Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie, and it's on streaming on one of the services that I have access to. And so I decided to watch the movie and not do other stuff, not be on my phone, not be stitching, just actually watch the movie. And I haven't done that in a really long time, where I've just focused on the movie, and I enjoyed it a lot, but you know, I didn't stitch because of it. But so I didn't do any crocheting this week, but what I did do yesterday was a lot of work on my little golden book journals, and I'm really excited to show you guys because having done all that work, I worked on them like pretty much all day. I'm excited about them again, and I've gotten it to the point where it's sort of exciting to see. It's like stuff that's fun to show, not just, you know, the cardboard spines, which are necessary but not, you know, exciting. So I got up yesterday morning at like 8:30 and I popped on TV, and I actually fell asleep Friday night. Laura Stitching at the Shore almost always posts on Fridays, and so she's one of my regular Friday night watches, and but I happened to watch her Friday night kind of late, and I was falling asleep, so I turned it off before the end of her video. And so when I got up yesterday morning at 8:30, I turned that video back on, and I turned on right as she was saying that on Saturday, the next day, she was going to be doing a Zoom from like 8 to 11 Pacific time. She's actually East Coast, so she was doing it 11 to 2, which is 8 to 11. I'm like, hey, it's 8:30. I could jump on there. So I did. And since I was doing the Zoom here at my desk, I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity to start working on my little golden books. And I got a lot of work done, and I just kept going. And actually, you know, I stopped when I needed to eat and relax my back, but then I went back working on it, and I wasn't even done mentally working on it, and I ran out of the double-sided tape I need. I had ordered some earlier in the day from Amazon, but I don't think it's coming till tomorrow. So that was the chink in my armor there. But I just moved on to a different little golden book project, which I will show you as well. So what was I working on yesterday? I was working on putting the spines together. And so I'm going to show you so you can see like the colors that I picked. So I got all but one of the winners. Yeah, this is a winner. This is the last one I was working on before when I ran out. So this one is for Shannon Epley. So if you're watching this and you're one of the 9 people that's going to be getting a book, here's your teeny preview. But there's other books that I'm working on too, which is for everybody else, a preview of books that I may give away this year during my FlossNuka. So I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I think I might do the kind of giveaway where it's actually you have to watch first night and then I'll give it away at the second night, that kind of thing. I'm also really considering, there's a lot of work that goes into these books, guys, and I'm really considering if anybody's interested selling them privately. So, you know, I'm not going to post them anywhere, but I will show them on here, and if you're interested in buying one, let me know. I'm thinking that I would sell them probably for like $50 plus shipping. Because I think that's reasonable. There's a lot that goes into these, and a lot of supplies and a lot of time. So, and as time goes on and you see how elaborate they get, you'll realize this. So this is the Lady and the Tramp one that is for Shannon, and this is what the spine is going to look like. But I was not able to actually put it together because, as I said, I ran out of my supplies. So this is the Shy Little Kitten. That's for Dawn Frisch, and she said that she really likes pinks and purples, so this is the back I chose, and that's the inside ribbon. This is from Margaret Leggett. She wanted a Snow White with this gorgeous fabric that goes really well with the cover. I chose the little mousy ribbon on the inside because I thought that kind of went with Snow White. This, I don't have the person's name on here, but I have it in my book. Baby animals. And baby animals like carrots. Somebody wanted a Winnie the Pooh. And I believe they said that they really like blue, so that's why I chose the blue flowers. Now when I do these spines, I use jelly rolls. It just makes it just easier. This actually is for a friend of mine at work who requested Sleeping Beauty a long time ago. So I'm actually a little bit further on this one. I've actually pulled papers and stuff, but I hadn't put the spine together yet. So, and I use little birdies. I love this book. This book is for Jen Marsh. She loves dragons, and I have this book, and I'm so happy that she wanted a dragon one, because look at this, good night little dragons, and she likes purple. So I put like this glittery stuff on the inside because I don't know, just went with dragons to me. Peanuts, this one is for Meg, Books in the Moon. And let's see, this one. Oh, this is for Lee. Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, and she wanted Alice in Wonderland. And of course, I knew she would. I had two Alices. I had a brand new Alice book, and then I had this one that's definitely vintage. She of course wanted the vintage one, which I knew she would, because it's just way cool. And she likes darker, moodier colors. This lace is really pretty. Like, it's like purple but sparkly. This one is for Christy Donne. She wanted a Little Mermaid book. Doesn't that just go? I mean, that fabric is perfect. Some lace. Now, when you see, like, there, I don't know if you can see it very well in camera, there's like a seam there or whatever, an overlap of the fabric, because as I said, I use jelly rolls, and one jelly roll is not quite wide enough, so I have to actually use two strips together. It doesn't matter, because then they get the buttons on the side, so you don't see any of that. This book, actually, I love this, but I have some other books that I really want to make for myself, and I was keeping this one for myself, but I think I might actually end up giving this away, The Princess and the Pea. So this one is completely finished, and it's really a good book. It's all like pink and green and pastels on the inside, and it's really pretty. So this might be a giveaway or a sell away at some point. And then this one is another one that I'm making for my friend at work, Aida. She loves yellow and orange and all those sunny colors, so that's what I have incorporated. Again, I pulled papers for this, haven't put it together, but I've pulled all these bright yellow papers for her. And then last but not least, this actually isn't earmarked for anybody, so this is going to be either a giveaway or one that I can sell. This is Grumpy Cat. Okay, so that is what I worked on a lot yesterday. Okay, let's see if I can put these back in the box without too much difficulty. They just fit a little better if I nest them. So if you are one of the winners, what do you think so far of the fabric and spine? I mean, I know it's like such a small little thing, but it was exciting for me to like pick out the ones that I thought were gonna look good. And then, as I said, I have one more of the, promised ones, and then I have this little stack that's going to be worked on as well. That could possibly be a giveaway this year, or if somebody's interested. I have a Lady and the Tramp. that one actually hasn't. This Lady and the Tramp is for me. Okay, I have a Mickey's Christmas Carol. So that is going to be cool. I have 101 Dalmatian Snow Puppies. And is this, I don't know if it's Christmas. It's winter. Yeah, Santa's in it, so it's got a little bit of Christmas in it. And then this one is definitely for me because Tangled is my favorite, so I'm not giving that one away. Oops. So I'm making Tangled for me, but yeah, so I definitely am gonna have like 3 or 4 that that will be available this year, and then who knows, you know, I may go ahead and decide to do more even, because if I'm on a roll with this, you know, once you kind of get going, you get going. So let's see, what else did I work on? So when I ran out of my tape, I was still in little golden book creativity mode. So I went and I worked on a couple of these. Now I've shown you these already, and these are like little like mini actual journals that are going to go into the bigger journals, but I'm not sure that you guys quite could understand what I was talking about when I was talking about putting the papers in. So I did 3 of them. So, and these aren't finished, but I did put in a signature. So basically these are like these continuous books, which I think is really cool. So I put in a card there. There's a middle pocket in these, and so usually I stick in like a bookmark. Then there's a signature here. Okay, and then and it goes to more. And then there's a little signature. Well, it's not really a signature. The little like mini pad for notes or whatever. And then you're back to the beginning. So I finished that one. I did this. I almost feel like these are like a magic trick, right? Because they're continuous. And then I did that one. So obviously there's a bunch more stuff that has to be put, you know, in these, but this is just like a start. And yeah, so I worked on that and had fun working on my golden book stuff. So I hopefully, well, if my tape comes tomorrow, I'm gonna see if I can finish doing all the spines of the books that I have so far and yeah, and my area is a complete mess now because a lot of stuff that I had kind of tucked away and organized that I used to work on the little golden books got pulled out to work on the little golden books, so now I have to reorganize, but that's fine. So yeah, so hopefully I'll get some more work done in the next 2 days, and then I'll show you next weekend. Okay, so that was the golden book stuff I did, and then I didn't have any crochet, as I said, cross stitch last Sunday because it was Zoom time. I did work on my country garden counted canvas piece. I got this whole like top section done. So, you know, that's a pretty good chunk. So that's what the pattern looks like. Obviously I've changed colors. This is a pink instead of a gray on here. So, you know, once I get this row, I want to call it a row. No, that section, I usually do them from the inside out and do it in sections. So I'll get that whole thing finished and then move on to the outside flower border. I usually only pull this out during Zooms now, so, you know, it'll get 6 more, at least, sessions. If it's close to being done and I don't have, you know, if it's close to being done, but the Zooms won't get it finished, then I'll probably work on it in November and December to get it done before the end of the year. And I keep this in my big bag that my friend made me. I love it. She's not into sewing as much now. I got her into crochet, so she's trying to crochet. But Tracy, if you're watching and you want to do some more sewing with the gorgeous cat fabrics, you can make me as much project bags as you want. But this is great because it holds all the like big stuff. Okay, what else did I work on? So I was finishing up, you know, June's projects, and I decided to work on Starbursts and Stripes one more time before it goes back to sleep. I might pull this out in November, December, try and get it finished this year. I don't know. It may be on the list, it may not. I don't know yet. I think I could actually finish it this year pretty easily because I think when I started it at the beginning of the month, I thought I had a bunch done. I had the whole blue section done and I had like 1 or 2 of these stripe sections done. So I did quite a bit in that month of working on it maybe 3 times. So there's, I think 3 or 4 more rows. I think I could probably get it done pretty easily. So yeah. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. This is definitely like would be a candidate for like a journal or something like that. Because it's not, I don't really decorate for like 4th of July, you know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it after I get it done, but I'm enjoying working on it. Okay. And then, I will admit I started some of my, you know, July floating fantasy projects early, just because I wanted to. And so the ones that I did this week, I started Black Pearl. Oh. I started Black Pearl. And I made some floss changes since the last time I talked to you guys. I decided, you know, since I found those silks, I'm like, well, why do part silk and part other things when I have really pretty silk? So I pulled all silks. I'm doing it in all silks, you know, changing the colors as I tend to do. So it doesn't really look like anything yet, but that is what I've done so far. working with silks is really nice. They feel really good, very soft. So again, it doesn't look like anything yet, but it will soon. So I'm doing her hair in these two colors. And then I'm using this instead of the black. So that's a big part of her tail. And then, so the rest of the tail was supposed to be like a blue, and I had any old necessities pulled, and I decided to go a little bit more purpley. Like this is a blue, purple, gray, pink kind of floss. It's a Water Lilies, and it's called Periwinkle. So that will be basically her tail. Then I pulled this floss, which I just thought was really pretty. It's called Kelp, because I was thinking about using this for her tail, but then because I chose the green fabric, I decided not to. But I think I'm going to do the border. So the border is supposed to be the same color as her tail, but I think I'm going to do it in this Kelp color just because I really like this, and I think it would look really pretty with the mermaid. This is part of the swing, and the browns in the swing. And then I did decide to go ahead and do her skin in this green. Somebody pointed out, you know, isn't that going to blend into the fabric? And it might, but I don't think that that's a problem. And I do have, her face is outlined or backstitched, so I got a little bit of a darker green that I could do that with if I don't want to use the black or the dark gray. Her arms are not backstitched, but I might backstitch them just if they don't, you know, show up. They don't really show up that great in the picture, to be quite honest, because they did, you know, that peachy color on a sort of peachy goldy fabric, so it's kind of the same thing. But if I feel like it just doesn't read, then I'll backstitch the arms. But I may not need to because, you know, it's not really done in this. So that is Black Pearl. When the weather starts getting hot, I like stitching mermaids. I don't know. I don't know if it makes me feel cooler. But I'm glad I saw the silk sitting there, because I think that that's just a cool idea to deal with the silks. Okay. I also started my frog bouquet. So if you remember last year, I did Frog Dancer. I changed the fabric from the kit fabric, which I think was a 14 count Aida, to this 18 count Damask Aida, which has it has a little sheen to it. Now, some people hate it as far as working on it. I like it. And I thought it looked really pretty with this. So anyway, this is what I finished last year. This is Frog Dancer. And after I started Frog Dancer, I realized that there was a companion piece to Frog Dancer, which is called Frog with Bouquet. So, I mean, it's the same frog, right? I mean, here she's dancing, and here she is after the ballet is over, and she's taking her bows. And it's pretty much the same colors. I ended up getting another piece of Damask Aida in the same color. I think it's pretty much, I mean, they're both blue, but, you know, they might be a tad off. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah. Got a little bit of a start on that. But Frog Dancer went really quick, so there's no reason to suppose that this one won't as well. I am not necessarily a big frog person, but I don't know, something about her, she got me. I had to get her, I had to start her, And now I'm working on her her other self. It's gonna drive me crazy. Okay. I got all that work and it still didn't fold properly. Oh well. And then I got some lily pads to display them on when I am done with both of them. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that, but I got the lily pads, and where are they? I don't know. I'll have to find them. But I got lily pads to display them on. Okay, and then last but not least, I worked on Ella the Frog Princess. I figured, you know, if I got frogs in my floating fantasy theme, then Ella the Frog Princess fits as well, right? And actually I watched The Princess and the Frog yesterday on Disney Plus, which had nothing to do with this, but I just thought about it. Okay, and I actually kind of hit a milestone-y kind of thing, I guess. I finished her face. So, yay! 1/1 skin and all. So I'm not done with 1/1 because obviously she has 2 arms that need to be finished, but her face is done. So that's pretty exciting. I have to decide if I want to start the beading and like finish her head and stuff and like the little crown thing that she's wearing, or wait and do that at the end because of hoop reasons. So I think she looks great. I don't love the fabric that I'm doing her on. I mean, I like it, but I did not know. I started this pretty early in my cross-stitching journey, and I got this fabric from eBay or something, and I didn't realize that dyed fabric, the colors can move or fade weirdly. So this does have weird like fade marks or color change marks along like fold lines. I don't think it's gonna matter once I get her done and in some kind of finished position. Like there's this weird kind of yellowiness across that fold line, but it's going to be covered with her skirt. And the same like over here, I think her skirt, I'm showing you the back. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. You know, if it is, it's a lesson learned, I guess, that hand-dyed fabrics can be temperamental. Okay, so that is all of my stitching this week. Plans, I wanted to show you the rest of the projects that that I will be working on. So I pulled out my classic Pooh, you know, Floating Fantasies. He's floating on a balloon. So this is my project that is going to take forever. I didn't realize that when I started it. I didn't think it was like so huge and so endless of a project, but yeah, it kind of is. So, you know, I pull out and I'll spend a whole evening working on filling in this balloon, and then it still isn't done, right? It's huge. It's endlessly huge. So when I get the black outline finished of Pooh, then it's all fill in. So it's kind of mindless, but it's just going to take forever and ever and ever. I have my solar system on the list. I don't feel like I need to pull that out because you guys have seen it in the last couple weeks. I have Wind Moon Fairy to possibly work on. This is a gold collection kit. Pretty much full coverage, but well, it is full coverage, but it's dimensions, so it's like different numbers of threads that you use and different numbers of different full stitches and half stitches. And that is where I am. And then, of course, because it couldn't be a summertime mermaid stitching month without the beautiful Enchantress. Where is her photo? Her photo. Oh, there it is. Enchantress of the Abyss. Bella Filipina. Gorgeous. Now, when I did her, I'm not doing her 1/1 because I had to do her on Aida. Big, long drama last year. I think it was last year. Was it last summer or the summer before when I had my Enchantress of the Abyss drama with her fabric? But anyway, I had to dye this myself, and I had to dye in Aida. Because that's the only thing that would take the color. So she is not done 1/1 skin, but she still looks really, really pretty. I love the fabric. I love her. So yeah, so I will happily be working on her this month. And yeah. And that's it. That's the projects that you will be seeing in the next couple weeks. Now I'm going to also kit up. Hopefully I can get it done this weekend. I think I have all of everything I need for it. I'm going to be kitting up the Phoenix Queen, Bella Filipina. I'm doing this. I don't know when I'm going to start it. That's sort of contingent on Julie from Stitching at the Cabin. She and Alyssa put out a FlossTube Friday, I want to say. Go watch it. It was their normal fun FlossTube, but at the end they did have some serious stuff to talk about that's happening with their family, some health issues with actually Julie's mom. So it's not my story to tell, so I don't want to tell you guys, but go and see, give support. And she did talk about starting a SAL for her mom, for all of the stuff that she's going to be going through in the near future with her health. And I thought that this was a perfect chart. Now she talked about maybe doing a SAL with like roses or something else that her mom really enjoys, which, you know, I have a ton of floral type patterns, but this chart I thought would just actually be perfect as, you know, to do sort of in honor and support of somebody who has to go through some difficult health stuff, because, you know, it's the Phoenix Queen. She's rising from the flames, from the ashes of, you know, of health crap and looking beautiful and rising above and all that kind of stuff. So that is what I want to start, you know, in honor of Julie's mom. I don't even know Julie's mom's name. It's Julie's mom. So I think I have everything. I did order flosses and stuff for it, so I think I have everything I need in this bag. And I have a gorgeous green fabric that I think it's like an olive green opal that I think I'm going to be doing this on. I think it will look really great with, like, it's kind of the same color as this inner lining, but because that doesn't touch the fabric, you know, I mean, it does not on the outside edge of the project. I think it will look really good. So Anyway, so that's plans I have. And again, I don't know when I'm going to start that. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, this month or if it's going to be later in the year. So go watch Stitching at the Cabin and give them your support and your love, and then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as far as this project. And I think that's it. That's it for today. If I was giving me a short video, it's not. It's 45 minutes because I jabber away. So let me know what you thought of what I've done of Golden books. I'm very excited about those. So I hope that if you're watching and you are one of the people that one of these books is slated for, that you are excited. If you are not one of those people and you're still excited about these books, let me know what you might be interested in seeing. Because as I said, I have a lot more books, and if I get the energy, get the mental wherewithal to add some more, then I will have them to give away or to sell. So yeah, if there's something that you totally, you know, your favorite story or your favorite little golden book or something, and you know, you would like to see one of those books made, just let me know. I don't have everything, obviously, but I have a lot. So yeah, that's it. I hope that if you are having a holiday weekend, as I am, that it is wonderful. I hope you do whatever makes you happy, whether it's doing nothing or doing a ton of stuff. If you have animals, please comfort them. If you like to light off fireworks, please be aware of all of the animals that you might be terrorizing, and do it not in a neighborhood where you're going to terrorize animals. When I had my dog, oh my god, he would tremble for a day and a half after fireworks. You just could not comfort him. I would try and feed him mashed potatoes. That is something. If you give your dog mashed potatoes, like a nice full belly of a really starchy thing like mashed potatoes, it does help them relax a little bit and sleep. But I mean, if they're going to be upset from the fireworks, they're going to be upset from the fireworks. Hopefully Baggy can chill with it, because I just have a feeling that we're going to have some really loud stuff in the next couple days. Wasn't too bad yesterday. There was just one or two pops, but it could get bad. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and getting a lot of stitchy stuff done, or whatever makes you happy. And until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye-bye.